So now we are starting the new topic, which is the capacitors. So what is the capacitor? Simply, the capacitor is a device which is used for storing the charges. So there are parallel plate capacitors. So these are the two plates of the capacitor. This is one plate, this is the other plate. These are the two plates of the capacitor. These two plates are connected with the battery, which has a potential difference positive terminal and negative terminal. This is positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. This is the battery. It means these are the two plates which are connected with the battery. So the plate which is connected with the positive terminal becomes a positively charged plate. This is because of the induced charges. And the negative terminal will charge up the plate on the negatively charged. So here, if we look here, the electric field will be between the plates, which is from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. This is the direction of the electric field between the plates. So as a resultant, this plate becomes a positively charged plate. This plate becomes a negatively charged plate because this is connected with the positive and this is connected to the negative. So there is an electric field between positive to negative plates. We have to look at what is the electric field between the plates, first thing. Second thing, how much charges are stored on the plates of the capacitor, so which we have to see. According to the theory, the charges on each plate, the charges on each plate is directly proportional to the applied voltage. So this charges on each plate Q. Q is the amount of charges on each plate. This is positive Q and this is the negative Q. So this Q charges on each plate is directly proportional to the applied voltage. So here this Q, you may write it to the small letter q is directly proportional to the V. So proportionality is replaced by some constant factor which we call it as a C. C is known as a capacitance of the capacitor. The capacitance is the constant property which stores the charges or which is the capability of storing the charges on each plate, and we call it as a capacitance. Capacitance is simply the capability of storing the charges, and it depends upon C is equal to Q upon V by using cross multiplication. So Q is the coulomb and V is the voltage. Coulomb upon voltage, the unit of the capacitance is farad. So it means if the 1 coulomb charge is stored on the plates of the capacitor, when the applied voltage is 1 volt, then the capacitance on plates will be equal to the 1 farad. So this is known as a capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So now we have to look at what is the electric field between the plates. So this is the how the capacitance varies. So now we are looking at what is the electric field between the plates. Here, the electric field between the plates, according to the Gauss's law, electric line of force passing through a unit area is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This is the Gauss's law. Electric line of force passing through a unit area is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So this what we call it as a Gauss's law. So this E is equal this integral over dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This integral over dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So here, this E into A is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So this E is equal to A. This A gives you the total area. Integral over dA gives you the total area. So the E, electric field, E is equal to Q upon this cross multiplication. A goes down 1 upon epsilon naught. This is the charge per unit area. This is the charge per unit area. So this charge per unit area is known as a charge density. So therefore, the electric field E between the plates is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. This is what we have find out using the Gauss's law. So here, the electric field between the plates E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So the electric field between two oppositely charged plates is equal to the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Now this is the positive plate, this is the negative plate, so there is a potential delta V between the plates. So this delta V, the potential is equal to work done per unit charge. The potential is defined as the work done per unit charge. So this can be written as delta V is equal to integral from positive to negative. The work done per unit charge is equal to E dot ds. Work is equal to force into displacement. Work is equal to force into displacement, and here the work is the force into displacement. Okay, this force is equal to Q into E dot ds. This Q cancel out. So as a result, then E dot ds. So the change in potential is equal to E dot ds, which is the work is used to store the charges, so therefore this is the negative. So this can be positive when we change the signs of the integral. So this delta V, this is from positive to negative. If we change it from negative to positive, this becomes positive. So this is equal to change in potential, or this is the potential difference between the plates. So the potential difference between the plates is equal to this. So here E is given, you just substitute the value of E, you substitute the value of ds, ds is its length, which gives the separation between the plates here. So as a resultant, you can find out easily the potential difference between the plates. So this is the electric field between the parallel plate capacitor. This is the potential between the parallel plates of the capacitor. And the previous equation was the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So now we are looking at what is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So now we are working on the calculation of the capacitance capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So now if we look into this figure, if we consider the plates, these are the two plates, whose area is this? This is the plate, this is the plate. ये यहाँ पे मैं ये प्लेट बना रहा हूँ, ये एक प्लेट है जिसका एरिया ये है, ये दिस इज द एरिया. ये मैंने एक प्लेट बनाई है, ये दिस इज द प्लेट. इस प्लेट का एरिया ए है, ये दूसरी प्लेट है, दोनों का एरिया सेम है और इन दोनों के दरमियान जो सेपरेशन है उसको मैं कह देता हूँ डी है. इट मींस ए इज द एरिया ऑफ द प्लेट and D, here D is the separation between the plates, distance between the plates. So now we have to look at what is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So here you have a formula that E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught, which is the electric field between the plates. E is equal to sigma is the charge per unit area. Charge per unit area is the sigma because sigma is the charge per unit area. So I just plug in the value of the sigma, which is charge per unit area. So the equation becomes E is equal to Q upon A into epsilon. So now you know that what is the E? The voltage between the plates, the potential, let's say we call this is equation number 1. The potential between the plates is V is equal to E into D. D is the separation between plates and E is the electric field between the plates. The potential is equal to E into D, जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया था कि potential V is equal to, ये याद होगा, E dot ds. So this is E integral over ds gives you the D, total distance. So the potential between the plates is equal to E into D. So V is equal to E. Substitute the value of E from equation number 1. Value of E from equation 1. So we get V is equal to E is equal to Q upon epsilon naught A into D. So this V, according to the where, we know that Q is equal to CV. So V is equal to Q upon C. So this V is put it here. So therefore Q upon C is equal to Q upon epsilon naught A into D. So Q cancel. If we take a reciprocal of it, C is equal to epsilon naught A over D. This is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So this shows that C is equal to the epsilon naught A over D. This is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. This epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space. This tells us about the medium. If the medium between the plates is air or vacuum, then we write it as a epsilon naught. And A is the area. It means if we increase the area of the plate, the capacitance or capability of storing the charges will increase. Okay? And if we increase the separation between the plates, if the plates are keeping away from each other, the D increases, so therefore the capacitance decreases. So therefore C is inversely proportional to D. So this is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. how we calculate the capacitance. Now, if we say that, if we place a, here we have a air, and this capacitance epsilon naught is for air and for vacuum. If we place here a block of dielectric material over here, यहाँ इन प्लेट्स के दरमियान अगर डाइलेक्ट्रिक मटेरियल डाल देते हैं तो फिर क्या होगा? If the block of dielectric material, dielectric we call it as an insulator, material is inserted between the plates then C is equal to epsilon naught into K of E A upon D. This K of E is another factor which is multiplied over there, which we call it as a dielectric constant, or which we call it as a permeability of the medium. This Ke is known as dielectric constant, and its value for the medium is greater than 1. जनरली आप लोग पढ़ के आए हो कि जो एप्सिलॉन होता है, एप्सिलॉन इज इक्वल टू एप्सिलॉन आर इंटू एप्सिलॉन आर इंटू एप्सिलॉन नॉट, या इसको आप कह देते हैं के ऑफ आर इंटू एप्सिलॉन नॉट. एयर के लिए इसकी वैल्यू 1 होती है. के ऑफ आर इज इक्वल टू 1 फॉर एयर एंड वैक्यूम, 1 फॉर एयर या वैक्यूम. लेकिन यहां पे अगर मीडियम एयर वैक्यूम नहीं है तो दिस के आर इज ग्रेटर देन 1 फॉर एनी डाइलेक्ट्रिक मीडियम, एनी अदर डाइलेक्ट्रिक मीडियम. So this is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. How to calculate the capacitance? If the medium between the plate is air, then the capacitance is equal to this. If the medium between the plates is a dielectric medium, the capacitance is increased. So the capacitance increases with the medium. Question is that how it increases? There is a phenomena, we call it as the polarization of the material. This polarization of the material we will discuss later on in the next topic. So now here Ke is the dielectric constant. So here this is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. So now the capacitor may have different shapes. Capacitor may be the cylindrical capacitor, capacitor may be the spherical capacitor. So now we have to look at how the capacitance can be calculated by using the cylindrical capacitor or spherical capacitor. So now we are looking at the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor. So here this was the parallel plate capacitor. So now we are looking at the cylindrical capacitor. So we have a cylindrical capacitor. First कर लेते हैं कि ये हमारे पास एक सिलेंडर है. This is the cylinder. इस सिलेंडर का जो रेडियस है, which we call it as a B. This is the B is its radius. इसके अंदर एक और सिलेंडर है, इनर सिलेंडर. ये एक इनर सिलेंडर है. इसका जो रेडियस है यहां से यहां तक, which we call it as a A. So A is the radius of the inner cylinder and B is the radius of the outer cylinder. A जो है, A और B radius of inner cylinder and B is the radius of outer cylinder. If these two cylinder and the medium between them is any medium, इसके दरमियान में जो medium है वो air भी हो सकता है और कोई dielectric medium भी हो सकता है. यहाँ पे हम simple case कर रहे हैं if the medium between them is air. So if the medium between them is air, we have to look at what is the capacitance of this cylindrical capacitor. This is the positive terminal. This positive terminal is connected with the positive terminal. The inner cylinder is connected with the positive terminal, and this outer cylinder is connected with the negative terminal. So therefore, this inner becomes a positively charged. This metal cylinder becomes a positively charged, and this outer is connected to the negative, so this is the negatively charged. So this is the cylindrical capacitor. So the electric field between them is varying from positive to negative. Like that, इसी को अगर मैं मैग्नीफाई करके बना देता हूं कि ये हमारे पास इनर सिलेंडर था, दिस इज द पॉजिटिव, और ये हमारे पास आउटर सिलेंडर है. This is the negative. The electric field is from positive to negative. The radius of this is B. The radius of this is A. So now we have to look at what is the electric field between the two cylinders. First, what is the potential between these two cylinders? This is the second. If we know the electric field and potential, then we easily find out the capacitance of this cylindrical capacitor. So now we have to work for this electric field and potential. So electric field can be found out by using Gauss's law. These are the electric line of force passing through the area of the cylinder. So using the Gauss's law, we can find out the electric field E. So the electric line of force passing through a unit area is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This is the Gauss's law. This E integral over dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This dA is the area of the cylinder. And area of the cylinder is equal to 2 pi r into length. This is the circumference, which is equal to 2 pi r. ये कोई भी हम r distance ले लेते हैं. R maybe varies from A to B. Here, this here, integral is from A to B. This is from A to B. So this E, dot dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So here in general this gives you the E. क्या इंटीग्रल को आप पोटेंशियल में डाल देते हैं, वो ज्यादा बेहतर होगा। यहाँ पे अगर आप ये देखें कि दिस E into dA, E into dA is equal to 2 pi r into L. This is the area of the cylinder, which is equal to 2 pi r into L into Q upon epsilon naught. E, by using cross multiplication, you can find out the value of E. So this E is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RL, this 1 upon 2 pi RL into Q upon epsilon naught. This is the electric field between two cylinders. Here is the electric field. This is the electric field at a distance r. यहाँ पे electric field की जो value है वो ये। अब potential क्या है? What is the potential here? What is the potential here? Potential को calculate करना है, किस तरह से करें? V potential is defined as the elect E dot ds. This is the potential, ये हम करके आए हैं। तो V is equal to E क्या है? 1 upon 4 मैं उस तरफ लिख देता हूँ तो आपको इजी रहेगा। So यहाँ पे अगर मैं कहूँ कि V, this V is equal to E, E is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RL, 2 pi RL Q upon epsilon naught into ds, into ds. यहाँ पे ds है, यहाँ पे r है, तो you may write it as a dr. And this r is varying from this point to this point. This is r. This r varies from A to D. This r varies from A to D. So here the V can be rewritten as 1 upon 2 pi L common, 1 upon 2 pi L, which is the length, which is common, Q upon epsilon naught is common. So the integral is 1 upon r into dr. And this integral is from A to B. So 1 upon r, 1 upon 2 pi L, Q upon epsilon naught, integral of 1 upon r is equal to log of r, which is from A to B. If you substitute the values of the limit, you will get V is equal to 1 upon 2 pi L, Q upon epsilon naught, log of B minus log of A. So log of B minus log of A is equal to log of B upon A. So here V is equal to 1 upon 2 pi L, Q upon epsilon naught, log of B upon A. So according to this, Q is equal to CV. We know that Q is equal to CV, V is equal to Q upon C. Compare, this is equation 2, this is equation 3, compare 2 and 3. So we get Q upon C is equal to 1 upon 2 pi L, Q upon epsilon naught, log of B upon A. So if we compare this Q cancel, take a reciprocal, C is equal to 2 pi L epsilon naught upon log of B upon A. This is the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor. So this is the how to calculate the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor. So here Q cancel, 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon 2 pi L epsilon naught log of this. इसका रेसिप्रोकल लें तो C is equal to ये भी उल्टा हो जाएगा 2 pi L epsilon naught, ये नीचे. So as a resultant, this is the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor. So the cylindrical capacitance is directly proportional to the length and inversely proportional to the log of the diameters, log of the ratio of the diameters. This 2 pi is constant, epsilon naught is constant. The capacitance is directly proportional to the length. जितनी इसकी length ज़्यादा होगी, L is the length. जितनी इसकी length ज़्यादा होगी, उतनी capacitance ज़्यादा होगी. दूसरी चीज, C is directly proportional to L, and C is inversely proportional to the log of B upon A. Means the C depends upon the log of B upon A. Log function जो होता है उसमें small variations होता है. Log shows a small variation. So it varies the ratio of the radii of the cylinders. So this is the C, how C varies with the distance and with their radii. So this is the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor. So now the next topic is the capacitance of the spherical capacitor. So instead of the cylindrical, so now we have to look at the spherical, which is our next topic.